introduce yourself?
Yes, well, my name is Hannah Becker, and I am 21 years old. I'm kind of in that age group, but aren't we all? And I'd like to say that the year I graduated was back in 2010, and those, I have to tell you, well, first of all, let me share a little bit with you about my educational and career pursuits after graduating. But before that, I'll step back a little bit and tell you that how my family and all my siblings were homeschooled is really quite different than the normal homeschooler, I guess I would say. And that is simply because our goal for homeschooling it wasn't really the academics. It was our passion, my mother's passion was to really instill to us just a passion and love for Jesus Christ. And we really focused on just character building and life skills and just working on relationships. So it was like everything else. We did have the academic work, but that wasn't really quite our goal because our parents wanted to prepare us to be able to go out into the world and get a job, have ministry, and be able to. So having like the academics and still just going out, that was their goal. So I'm very thankful for that. And so kind of where I am right now, I have 4 part-time jobs. I work at the Lincoln Crisis Pregnancy Center, and I do that part-time. And I have another job where I do, it's kind of a little bit of mentoring and housekeeping and filing for this Dear Christian Family, as well as I do kind of some home health care for another elderly lady. So that really keeps me busy. And I'd have to say, like, for my goal type for the future would be, it's always been, ever since I've always wanted to get married and have a family, be a homemaker. And so I guess kind of thinking about that, like, or I guess for like my older siblings, so the way that we were raised was just to be able just to get out there in the world and make a difference. And let me talk just a little bit about my family. Like, for instance, he's got his own place, so it's just really exciting to see like how our parents have raised us. And I know it's so different than everyone else, but I'm so pleased for what they've instilled to us. So I'm really grateful. Just because of the way we were homeschooled, I find it so easy to really connect with just the same thing. There's all age groups. With the part-time jobs that I have, I'm able to form relationships, communicate with people, and otherwise, I don't know, I think it would be a whole lot different if it was in just any different kind of a setting. So just communication skills, relationships, and just a love and passion for that. So that's how I would say it. Thing. Structure has never really been a huge thing for my family, and just because we live out on 15 acres, we have animals, we have a lot of responsibilities because of that fact. It's been really hard to try and figure out, okay, so when do you do the book work, and when do you work on a project, and when do you go out and learn something? How do you balance it all in there together? And something that I love, this is one of my mother's quotes, she says, "You are successful if you keep on trying. It's only when you quit that you're a failure." So you can get discouraged, you can feel like you're just really failing, but just go to someone, go to another fellow homeschooling parent, or just pray about it. Talk with your husband, talk with your kids. And that's something that I so love too, because my mother is an amazing problem solver. We have so many problems and issues every day, and we're all about, you talk about it, you work it out, and where there's a will, there's a way. So we're constantly working on that. And I'd like to add just a little bit to that. So just like as an encouragement, I guess coming from all of us is, the outside world, they are going to look at you all. They're going to look at all of us and be like, wow, they're so different, and they're going to have their different perceptions and everything. But there's that scripture verse that tells us that we're to be in this world, but not of it. So just remember, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And it's for the glory of Jesus Christ. It's for, it's a battle for our children's hearts, minds, and souls. And so just realize it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be tough, but it is so worth it if it's for the glory of God. That's a good question. Probably, it would really just depend, I suppose, on the day, because, we could get up, like, say it's a Monday morning. Well, Sundays for us were really, they would be really full, really busy. We would go to church, and we kind of a day to relax and just hang out with just family. So Mondays were pretty much a crasher day. So on a Monday, and then another thing that my family does is we have, like, a kind of a farm ranching type of a business that we do. So, and right now at this time, the chores and responsibilities take a huge amount of time in the morning. So, like, school's not going to get done in the morning time. So, just depending on the day, we'll maybe, I mean, sometimes it might work out that we'll do, you know, the academics and book work in the morning time, a project, learning something, or maybe it'll just be later on in the day. So whatever we realize with our responsibilities and where we live, you know, what's highest priority for today, and then we'll kind of bounce it out for that. So, yeah, I guess it just kind of depends, but yeah, anyway, I'll let someone else talk on that. Well, for me and my family, I don't know, it's been a little bit hard. We've tried many things, but kind of what we've stuck with is we have a little bit of everything, I suppose, a little bit of variety. So we have the Saxon books, we have the Let's Farmer, Mastering Multiplication, we have the Becca Science books. I think we've had like a Robinson curriculum type of a thing too. So we've tried many things, we have all of them, and something for our family too is we've always loved reading. So our basement literally has these huge bookshelves, and just like my older brothers, that was something they would spend their free time, was just reading and just gaining a knowledge and a passion for learning about, you know, other Christians throughout history, you know, what they were about, and just kind of forming your own perspective and your worldview on that. And then like for me, I don't know, I kind of failed a little bit, I suppose I would say, just not be motivated enough, not really applying myself to the academics. I mean, I see that I could have done more. And as time goes on, you know, if I want to, you know, maybe pick up a book that like I could have done a little bit more work on, or if I want to learn something, you know I could always do that. But yeah, so it's just a little bit of everything, and yeah, doing what you can do. Like if there are any gaps, like for us, like towards maybe, I don't know, the later part of our high school years, like we didn't quite have the book, or maybe we didn't feel like there was just enough. So, but still, I would encourage you, or just anyone else, you know, if you feel like you missed something, then it's never too late to learn again and to study for that. Absolutely. I mean, ever since I can remember being little, like, and up till now, homeschooling has been something very dear to my heart, just because of what our parents have instilled to us and raised us, and just that time and sacrifice that they took to teach all that they have. And so I'm like, I know that like in past years, learning from history, that homeschooling was, you know, quite an issue, and it wasn't legal like it is now. There's a lot of struggle. So I'm like, no matter what the cost, I'm going to do this for my kids. So without a doubt, yes. For me, it was quite an easy transition as well, but I don't have experience of actually going to college and knowing what that would be like. I mean, I've thought about like, well, what would it actually be like to go into a classroom and realize that, you know, the average college, or like maybe, yeah, whatever it is, you're obviously going to have professors. I mean, if it's not a Christian place, you're going to have professors that are going to be trying to push their agenda onto you, and you're going to have your classmates that have a completely different worldview and mindset than you do. And I mean, it would be intimidating, but I'd be like, this is so exciting because I can be in here and do something for the glory of God, you know, like share the gospel with them, or just ask them questions, or that type of thing. But just for like the ministry work where I was, like at the Crisis Pregnancy Center, I started out volunteering, and I'm on paid staff, and this other job with this family that I do like the filing for and the housekeeping and mentoring their little daughter, like that was totally easy because, you know, I've learned all these life skills, all these homemaking skills, so I know how to keep a house, I know how to cook meals, I know how to do the laundry, you know, totally everything, like I could run our house. And then kind of a little bit the same thing for this elderly lady, so it's like, it was not a problem, it was very easy. So yeah, it was really good. I want to talk on that. There never was quite that milestone in our life where like we would get to do this at a certain age or accomplish something. My parents always wanted to make it a positive experience just the whole way through, from K through 12. And so like some highlights from being homeschooled is, my mother, she's amazing. She has what we call lectures. Now, when I say lectures, it's like conversations about every issue in life, you know, you name it. And so, just having, and basically, it'd be on a day-to-day basis. Like, she'll take the Lincoln Journal-Star, there'll be an article in there, and she'll talk to us like, you know, this is agenda that's coming through, this is their worldview, this is their mindset, and like, how are we supposed to look at that? How does God want us to, you know, take this all in? And like, this is wrong, and why this is right. So like, that's something that ever since, like even at nighttime, like before going to bed, we'll go sit in mommy's bed, and we'll talk about